Hello my queens. So I tried to film this video yesterday and I did not like how I looked in the video, so I'm going to refilm it today. On March 1st, I went to a concert. I went to go see Sutherland at the House of Blues. This is him. He's like if Harry Styles and Johnny Depp had a baby. He looks like Johnny Depp but sings like Harry Styles. He became famous on TikTok. He's known as Spencer Music on TikTok. So if you guys want to look him up, that's his TikTok handle. He does these little House of Blues tours all the time. And House of Blues, if you're not familiar with it, it's a smaller concert venue. So it's not as big as other concerts, it's smaller. I prefer House of Blues because it's not as big as other concert venues. And so it's not that many people. But this place was packed shoulder to shoulder. Like, it was insane. And I've seen him 2 other times before this time. I saw him at the Big Time Rush concert. He opened for them. And then I saw him at the House of Blues on April 1st, 2 years ago. I got to meet him this time. Now, I've only met 3 celebrities in my lifetime. I've met Miss Texas. She's very nice. She's at Target signing autographs. I've met Jordan Davis at Kima. I'm going to tell the story in a minute. And then I met Spencer. Now, when I meet celebrities, I'm very, very weird because you're meeting someone famous. That doesn't happen all the time. So, when I met Jordan Davis at Kima, all I could get was the word hi. Couldn't get my name out, couldn't get anything else out, just hi. And he was like a hi, like that. It sounded like that. Now, Spencer, that's a totally different story. So, my sister met him before I did. And when I met him, this is such a weird story, but I wore a really cute outfit. I had on this white shirt that had bows that go down the middle of it, my white cowgirl boots, bootcut jeans, and a black cowboy hat that had rhinestones around the rim. So I saw Spencer, and my first thing I said to him was I doubled over. I said, "Oh my God, you're tall." Lexi. "Oh my God, you're tall." Really? That's the one thing you could think of to say to this guy. I felt so stupid after doing that, and I'm like, okay, I'm weird. He laughed. He thought it was funny. He gave me a hug, said hi. Then I proceeded to tell him that I was not a fan of him until he sang "Hey" at Big Time Rush. Because it was a huge note that you cannot hit physically unless you are professionally trained or have been singing since you were 2.5. Like, it was the note that I've never heard any guy, even James Maslow, hit. And if you guys are familiar with Big Time Rush and who James is, he hits all the high notes in Big Time Rush. Logan hits a few too, but James does most of them. And he said, "So that turned you into a fan?" I'm like, "Yes, after that day, I was a fan." And he's like, "We're having fun tonight. By the way, I love your hat." And I'm like, "Thanks." And I took pictures with him, and he was really nice. And I'm like, at least he was nice. I feel like if I did that with any other guy, they'd be like, okay, this chick is strange. And I am strange, but I'm okay with it. But this concert was so much fun. What's funny is the girl that opened for him the first time I went to see him opened for him this time, and it was her birthday. So we all say happy birthday to her, and then when Spencer came out, we sang happy birthday to her again. This girl, her name is Chloe. I blank on her last name. Her name's Chloe, and she had such an amazing presence on stage. Like, I love her. She's so cute. And she really is a good little singer. And she wrote a song with Spencer, and it's a good song. I really enjoyed her set. Spencer, I have 2 songs by him that I like. Well, actually, there's 4. 4 songs I like. 2 are on his old album and 2 are on his new album. The 2 on the old album, which the album is In His Mania, I'll go listen to it, are Jealousy and Outrun the Feeling. They are the kind of songs that I would see being like a movie, like a rom-com. And the funny thing with Jealousy is he took the concept for Bet on It from High School Musical 2, which is the song that Troy Bolton sings when he's running across the golf course, or whatever at the country club. And he's doing that whole song or whatever. Censor took that, made his own video with that concept. And it's actually pretty decent. It's one of my favorite videos he's ever done to my favorite song. And then the other one, I Want the Feeling. I like it because it's the kind of song I would see if a guy likes a girl, but he can't like the girl. So he's like trying to outrun his feelings, driving the car, singing this song. And I see it being like that. And on the second album, I like the song Let Me Lose and Put Your Money on Me. Let Me Lose sounds like an ABBA song. You know who ABBA is? You ever seen Mamma Mia? That's ABBA's music. Let Me Lose sounds like that. Put Your Money on Me is a really fun song because he sings really fast. And I love when guys sing fast. Because Cody Carson from Set It Off, I think his name is Cody. Yeah, Cody Carson from Set It Off, he sings really fast too. I like when he sings fast because no one can nail it. It's like Lafayette from Hamilton, which I played Guns N' Roses for you guys in my last video I did, which was Hamilton. I believe. Yes, it was Hamilton. And I love when Spencer sings because he has knows that you cannot hit physically. It's amazing what he can do. And I really like his concerts. He connects with the audience. Now, this is a really funny story, but he was doing Jealousy. And I turned to my sister who was behind me, and she's like, it's your song. And I'm like, it's my song. So I turned back around to face him. And when he got to the chorus, he was looking straight at me in my eyes, singing and pointing at me. I literally almost passed out because I was doing the exact same thing back to him. He was insane, like just so funny. And at one point, he lifted his leg up and said, "Do you like my boots?" He had on white boots, and he almost fell. And I'm like, "Girl, you're in heels. You cannot be doing that kind of thing." And I wore white boots too. Mine are a little different than his, but I can show you my boots. Pretty sure I showed you guys these in the video. Yeah, the white ones that are point-toed with heels. I showed you guys these in my Grinch video? No. My Polar Express video. I showed you guys these in the Polar Express video. And, yeah, he had boots like mine. That's why I wore the white boots in the first place. Because we had the same boots. And he wears, like, the most out there outfits. Like, this one was all sequins. And it was, like, black and just sparkly. And then he came out in this jacket, which says The Drama on the back of it. And he has a thing with taking his shirt off. Girls like when he takes his shirt off. Also, my sister caught something he threw in the crowd. I'm not going to say what it was, but she caught something of his, and now she has it sitting on her dresser in her house. And he had a throne, like a chair, set up, and a crown. I'm like, okay, he was the king. He sat in the throne and gave a whole monologue from one of the songs. And I love that because that shows what he does. The first concert, he had a big star behind him. That was marquee lights. It was really cool. So that was the Censor concert. And I really wish I could find a vinyl record for his music, because I can't. I've looked. everywhere, and apparently doesn't have albums or records out. So my next video, I'm going to give a rundown of the next videos I'm doing. I will be covering this, I promise. We are going to go over the movie, stage production, book, and Broadway recording. I will show you guys so fast. Broadway recording. And I think I have 3 more musicals to do, including Cats, because I also have this one to go through, but I'm only covering 2 musicals off this one, which we're going to cover Sound of Music and The King and I, because I've not seen the other ones. I've seen parts, but I haven't seen all of them. I know I've not seen Flower Drum Song. I've seen parts of South Pacific, and I've seen some of Carousel. There are more on here. I don't know if there's a list of all the songs that are on here, but we can... There is. Yeah. We're never seeing Sound of Music, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely Sound of Music. Maybe Rocket Oklahoma. Everyone has seen Oklahoma. So yeah, we're just gonna cover The King and I and Sound of Music because those are the only songs that are on this album. This is a very old record. I got this from a thrift store, record place. We're gonna put that back in there. And then we're going to talk about Jesus Christ Superstar. So, I'm gonna have shirts for Jesus Christ Superstar, and my mom makes t-shirts. So, if you guys want a shirt, leave me a comment, and a way I can DM you if you want me to get you a shirt. We do mail, so I might need your mailing address as well. And we will do it without profit because I do not do profits since I don't really have a following. I have very following. So I'm gonna follow those. I'm gonna cover those videos. I'm gonna be wearing cat ears for one of them. I have 4 pairs of cat ears. And that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the week. If you guys want to cover ABBA, I will totally do that because that is considered a musical since it's the song from Mamma Mia, which is also a musical. I don't have the record for, but I do have the ABBA record, and it's the same songs, just in a different order, I guess. So I can cover that one too, but use the ABBA album instead of using the Mamma Mia album. But I think that's all for this video. If you like it, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video, I guess. I love you, queens. Bye.